Ghosts of the Future, Issue 9. The story starts out with Shadow saying, "the Ark," and Sonic asks why it's on Earth. The background of the Ark there, last issue and this one, really does look like a photograph or something of the actual game level put into a comic book that clearly has a different art style than it. It sticks out even worse than when Penders' stories occasionally did something like that. Metal Sonic sees Sonic, and Sonic wants to fight him to settle a score, even though it'd be smarter to let Shadow use Chaos Control to teleport him apart. At least tell him to freeze him in time first. But no, then Metal Sonic wouldn't be in pain during it. I'm not sure Shadow should even be in this comic, because all he really does is make me ask why he doesn't use Chaos Control. I don't think he really accomplishes anything. I really don't like Metal Sonic's design here. His spines are pointed more upwards, and he has this white circle above his eyes, which makes him harder to recognize. Out of nowhere, Sonic gets trapped in a yellow tube that no form of chaos energy can escape from. That's convenient for the bad guy. Metal Sonic suddenly apologizes for his appearance, saying that's not very ladylike, and says that this poor robot's brain is fried, and without a proper AI, he's useless. So he gave him help. Why doesn't he have the proper AI? Wouldn't that have been brought out? Why does he want the robot to be ladylike when he then turns around and says that we Robotniks are few and far between? Why would that be written if it's not Robotnik? Then we see what looks like Nicole from Archie beside Metal Sonic, smirking. So we'll finally get to see what Nicole would have been like as a villain for more than 2 seconds. And it's unsettling, immediately making me thankful that she's normally a good guy. And she talks as if she's Robotnik. I'm so confused. Shadow is scared and says they left Nicole in the Ark, and she let them in and let Maria die. Why? So she says, I guess lying, that his memory has gotten worse than she thought. So she wants to deal with that immediately, and clanging is heard near a gun as she reminds him of what she's capable of. Wouldn't the heroes have met Nicole in the Ark in SE2? So this is an alternate history of the games universe. Because you'd think they would have met her, and then the story would have gone a bit differently. Like, wouldn't she have been taken out of it? So this is an alternate history of the games universe. That should have been established immediately to have it make more sense that going super would kill Sonic if he was too weakened. And thankfully, the description says that the writer actually loves Nicole, and just happens to show admiration of characters by making them really suffer. Like Sonic, for example. Nicole tells Shadow about nanites, and Shadow coughs, and Nicole says he can improve strength and stamina, even in a genetically optimized creature like Shadow, and repair cell damage to slow the aging process to nothing. I guess Rickett did that. She says that she was the one who gave Shadow these gifts, and she can take them away. That's interesting. Actually trying to make the ultimate life form make sense? But couldn't literally anyone be given those gifts if they're just nanites? So that's not very ultimate of him. Maybe it's just that the nanites only give him the specific gifts she's talking about. He still has blood that can cure disease and special magical powers, and only eats once a month. Since Shadow just tried to kill her, it makes sense that she depowered him a little to defend herself. She tells Sonic that she's been watching him for ages and she doesn't like mysteries. She says that she's gonna make Sonic the new brain of Metal Sonic. Okay, shouldn't Sonic be grateful because he finally gets to have a body again? Metal Sonic will get the AI he needs, and she'll be able to study him under more controlled conditions. Why does she have to study him? Can't she study him by being his friend, and helping him get all the emeralds back? Why can't anyone say that to her? Why can't he just tell her he needs to help Silver get all the emeralds back so the universe won't be destroyed? Of course he's not in a position to bargain with her, but still. She tells Sonic that as it is, he's no more than a copied program already. A copy of a long dead man's brain. I can understand why she says this. She should be explaining that the reason she thinks this is that Sonic had a functional brain when he was a person, and so this form of him has a redundant second brain. I mean, if someone were there to bring his body back to life and heal it, then there'd be no scientific reason why it wouldn't be just as functional in the brain department. So there'd be 2 Sonics. So the only thing that doesn't make him look like a copy is that his body isn't functioning. She does have a point in that a brain is a biological computer. It's amazing that something so similar to an advanced computer came about in nature. I love science, especially because it results in things like air conditioning and indoor plumbing and the asthma inhalers I need. Of course, Sonic is the original consciousness of Sonic. I'm just saying that if his body was brought back, it would develop a brand new consciousness, separate from the original, and be its own person. And then how would you be able to tell who was the copy? The original body or him? I don't see why his soul would be dragged back to him just because his body was brought back. How is she saying the soul is a myth when she's clearly staring right at a soul? A ghost. She's just trying to spite him and freak him out. He could be seen as a chaos energy program, but that's functionally the same thing. She says that Sonic somehow got embedded in the fabric of the universe, endlessly emulated in chaos, and she wants to find out how. And then what? She starts the process, and Nicole conveniently finds out that something is wrong immediately, and yet she doesn't know where Sonic is. She's such a deus ex machina. Sonic doesn't really need her help, does he? Can't he just take off in Metal Sonic's body and then continue trying to find the emeralds? He could do a paint job to look like its old self. Like, there's no reason he wouldn't be able to leave it anytime he wants, because he's a ghost. I mean, it's not like it's Danny Phantom and the Metal Sonic body is a Fenton thermos. We never saw Nicole put the same technology that trapped Sonic where he is in the Metal Sonic body. The only person who's interacted with the Metal Sonic body is Cicely. Like, couldn't he find Wave the Swallow's descendant? Like, to reprogram Metal Sonic? Like, he doesn't have to be a ghost. Why would he have to be in his ghost form in order to create the warp rings to find the emeralds? Couldn't he just get out of the Metal Sonic body whenever he wants in order to do that and then come back into it? Oh yeah, of course he's brainwashed when he's in Metal Sonic. So Sonic asks what his orders are. She says that his order is to collect their other investments. I hate how vague that is. How is he supposed to know what that means? I think of investments and imagine financial investments. It's so sloppy that we still aren't being told why Nicole is evil in this comic. I want to accept it because it's a different universe, but some people wouldn't. So it would be common sense to explain why she was programmed to be the way she is. Because apparently she was made by Gerald Robotnik, but he would have made her when he was good. So that doesn't explain it. Then Nicole talks to Shadow and reminds me that he's still in the room. I've been assuming Shadow couldn't use Chaos Control because he lost his nanites. If he can, why didn't he use Chaos Control to protect Sonic? Why didn't he warp Nicole away? Warp her apart. Freeze time. Warp apart the tube that was trapping Sonic. In fact, he could have done that long before he loses nanites. Instead, he felt like trying to shoot her with a gun, but I don't even know why he bothers having a gun in this comic, because he has super speed and chaos control and chaos spears. Silver goes to the hospital and tries to get a cola. It looks like he's using telekinesis on the soda machine, and then Metal Sonic shows up through the window. This issue by Evan Stanley was about Sonic getting captured by an alternate universe Nicole with no morality, and put in Metal Sonic's body to be her slave. He's literally brainwashed because Metal Sonic's programming, so he can't decide to escape the body because his mind is being rewritten. At least he could be programmed out of the brainwashing and return to his old self. Common sense would dictate that Cicely would do that. She'd get to redeem herself a bit. And then yay, he's got a body again. It'd be interesting to see Metal Sonic be useful in that sense. You'd think Silver's future would have de-roboticizers, so we could just get a body again by de-roboticizing Metal Sonic, after obviously changing the body so that he's basically a robot version of a person. Because obviously if you de-roboticize Metal Sonic as it is, the jet engine wouldn't turn into a normal chest. And Shadow reveals that Nicole led in the soldiers that killed Maria. Why? And she says his memory is defective. I finally got to see what an evil Nicole would be like. Too bad it doesn't make any sense. Like, she was evil even before Maria was killed? Why did Gerald Robotnik, when he was good, make Nicole without making her morality, when he made an artificial life form like Shadow have morality? Why did he even make Nicole? Why would he think that he'd need her? Like, especially after she had already put the nanites in Shadow. Like, wouldn't he have, like, put her to sleep?